Activision Blizzard employees stage another walkout after another round of explosive allegations hit the company, this time focusing primarily on Bobby Kotick. Oh good lord jeebus, how many bright-eyed and bushy-tailed interns have been crushed beneath his viciously thrusting bulk, I wonder? Well, nothing so sexy, I'm afraid, or, well, sexy might be the incorrect term considering the picture I just placed inside of your brain there a second ago. You're very welcome, by the way. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick knew for years about sexual misconduct allegations at video game giant. That is the recent explosive allegations that he totally knew about all of this. Now, I think we've already accused him of that, so alright, Wall Street Journal, what exactly are the allegations? Classic newspaper trick that, particularly during these times where the old and boring-ass publications are being chased out of the market like the dirty little raggadolls they are. You make a title like this, you make a very blatant statement like, oh god, Activision, he knew about all of it, I say, we have proof. Then you slap on a paywall, which people have to dump a subscription fee on your site, something they hopefully forget to cancel, to see the, well, allegations. No evidence, no proof whatsoever, just lots of allegations from anonymous internal sources who totally believe us have access to totally existing documents, which totally say what we tell you they say. Okay then. Now, fortunately, this is the internet, and so getting a hold of the full article is not necessarily all that difficult. And whilst it is a rather lengthy article, it's just rehashing of old allegations. 98% of it is just summarizing the situation, basically. And when it comes to the new allegations, most of them are really, really goddamn old. I think the most recent one was from 2019, 2008, 2007, 2017, 1980s, 2007, lots of stuff like this. And again, almost all of it, in fact, not even almost all of it, all of it is stuff inside the company. Let's see here. Mr. Kotick has told directors and other executives he wasn't aware of many of the allegations of misconduct, and he has played down others according to people familiar with the matter and internal documents. You'll see that one a lot throughout this article. Those documents, which include memos, emails, regulatory requests, and interviews with former employees and the familiar with the company, however, cast Mr. Kotick's response in a different light. They show that he knew about the allegations of employee misconduct in many parts of the company. Oh, fantastic. Where are these documents? Because this would be a crime in this case. If he did not sufficiently inform the board about potential criminal activity and investigations, that, I'm pretty sure, is illegal even in the US. But, yeah, you can look through this entire article. It doesn't mention any of it. It is all simply just, we've totally been told these things about people who totally have access to internal documents that, again, totally say what we tell you they say. This entire Activision Blizzard thing has been starting to smell awfully badly from very early on. And with this, here's the thing too, this is really a catch-22, isn't it? On the one hand, if Bobby Kotick now goes out and says like, okay, I didn't inform everyone and I knew about this, now he's shit out of luck. Then he basically is admitting to a crime at that point, and all of the newspapers and various outlets get to write another barrage of articles on it. But on the other hand, if he says, I didn't know about any of this, then they can simply just continue to say, but aha, we have secret informers that totally tell us that you did. So regardless, he's screwed. This is the problem with the modern day allegations nonsense, isn't it? Might have to do a bigger video on that at some point, but as I've kept harping on about the Kevin Spacey thing, for example, that is a man who had his entire career and life ruined by anonymous anonymous accusations. And here we see again tons of anonymous accusations being levied against a person for very serious reasons and no burden of proof. You really would think that basic journalistic integrity would... Actually, I can't finish that sentence with a straight face. Journalistic integrity, wow, there's a weird word. It's been exterminated, or extinct, for around about as long as the dinosaurs in all due reality, but, well, details. And the worst part too is a lot of these accusations are actually rather serious. There's one, for example, about a woman being raped first in 2017 and then again in 2018. Now, apparently those were two instances involving large quantities of alcohol, so, you know, rape is a broad definition in this day and age, I do suppose. And hey, if she was, that is serious. That is a crime, obviously, and a police report should be filed. In fact, the police should be getting involved. It is a criminal thing. Obviously, you report this to the cops rather than complain to management. That's one of the things as well. Apparently, Activision has received some, 500 reports from current and former employees alleging harassment, sexual assault, bullying, pay disparity, and other issues. You don't report this to the company. If you are a former employee and you genuinely do believe that you have been on the receiving end of sexual assault, that's the This annoys me so much about the modern day internet. I cannot get over it. If you have been sexually assaulted, go to the cops. Not to your employer, not to the Wall Street Journal, the police. It is their job to fix this. God damn it. I feel like this is 2015 again when we have to make this point, but Christ. Bullying, see, that's more of an actual employee thing. Like, hey, I'm being bullied by an employee. Okay, go to the management. Pay disparities, another crime, and other issues. And 500 reports as well. Like, the company seems to be in a lot of trouble right now. It might be time to make a strategic complaint. And the thing is, too, I'm not saying all of these things didn't happen, because I obviously don't know. All I'm saying is, if 500 reports flooded in, either Activision Blizzard is one of the worst companies on the face of the globe, or some of these might be people trying to take advantage of a vulnerable situation, shall we say. Which is, I guess, what Wall Street Journal is doing as well. They also, and some of these things too, some of the smoke does have a little bit of fire to it. Mr. Kotick, for example, had apparently, was it here? No, that was not it, there's another one mentioned here for $200,000. Again, it is a long-ass article. Oh, I'll just tell you the story here, because it's like, oh, there it is, thank you. Yes, in 2007, he was sued by the flight attendant on a private jet he co-owned. Very well, that's enough reason to sue someone. The flight attendant claimed the plane's pilot had sexually harassed her, and after she complained to the other owner, Mr. Kotick fired her. So, the pilot sexually harassed the flight attendant, who complained to the other co-owner, after which Bobby Kotick fired her. The tangled web we weave. The defendants deny the allegations in a separate action related to legal fees in this case. An arbiter citing what he said was sworn testimony wrote that Mr. Kotick told the flight attendant and her attorney, "I'm going to destroy you." A spokesman for Mr. Kotick denied that he said that. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? An arbiter is citing what he said was sworn testimony. Okay, well, if you have an arbiter citing sworn testimony, there should be a record of this. There should be a recording or notations at the very least. Especially if the attorneys were at the table. "I am going to destroy you." Okay. Certainly there should be some evidence surrounding that at least, right? A spokesman for Mr. Kotick denied that he said that again. And in 2008, they settled by paying the attendant $200,000. If you're paying someone $200,000 to shut their mouth, you probably did something wrong. Then again, considering how many hundreds of millions of dollars he earned, it might just be like just throw some cash over the shoulder and make the problem go away, which incidentally is a good reason why 500 people are now lodging complaints about the company. It's a profitable business potentially, but once more, there are so many allegations from so many years apart, and all of it is from internal anonymous sources that totally know what they're talking about. And this is good enough. Now, of course, there's going to be another walkout. I guess just get a criminal investigation at this point. There are reports of sexual assault. There are reports of rape. Not to mention the woman who apparently killed herself after a company meeting. The police should be doing this, surely, rather than the Californian state being like, hey, we're suing you. Okay? This entire thing just stinks to high heavens to me. It really does. Nothing solid, no evidence provided yet. This has been going on for months now, and it's just vague, wishy-washy nonsense trying to be like, hey, if you said you did this, we'll catch you, but if you deny, we'll totally claim the opposite anyways. There doesn't seem to be any way to win this. It's a public pillory at this point. Why did we get rid of the pillory anyways? It was a much quicker and more humane way to humiliate someone publicly than dragging it out like this. Oh well, we'll see how it continues, though, damn, even I'm getting a little bit sick of covering this by now, and I really do enjoy kicking Activision Blizzard when they're down. And again, I've made the argument again and again, I won't even bother repeating it here, but this is a problem of their own creation. They began hiring people based on their politics, their activism, and whether or not they had the correct junk downstairs or the correct color of skin. Surprise, surprise, that leads to some problems further down the road when the employees who have literally... And again, I'm not saying it didn't happen because I don't know, but when you're dealing with a group that have commercialized victimhood, you might expect a backlash or two. Just saying. Till next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for listening, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.